All characters and events in Uncle Jake production, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. All cult voices are impersonated. Poorly. The following production might contain coarse language and mature content. Parental discretion is advised. This should not be viewed by anyone.
Caught my first tube this morning, sir.
2025, the United States government launched a high-profile investigation into the Kingdom of God Global Church, or KOGGC. Led by David Taylor and Michelle Brannon, the organization operated call centers across several states, soliciting millions in donations. However, beneath the surface, authorities alleged a pattern of forced labor, including sleep deprivation, food restrictions, and threats of divine punishment. Government claims these tactics were used to compel labor and generate revenue, which was then spent on luxury properties, vehicles, and designer goods. On August 27, 2025, Taylor and Brannon were arrested, and a series of search and seizure warrants were executed, targeting bank accounts, vehicles, and even a Bitcoin wallet. This marked the beginning of a complex legal battle over the fate of the church's assets. Following the asset seizures, KOGGC filed a petition demanding the immediate return of their funds, precious metals, and luxury items. The government responded by outlining why the assets should remain seized. They argued that KOGGC must pursue its claims through a specific legal process called an ancillary proceeding, not through a direct motion for return of property. Government also emphasized that the seized items are crucial evidence in the ongoing criminal case, supporting charges of forced labor and money laundering. Additionally, the government dismissed KOGGC's claims of hardship, stating that the church continued to operate and stream services online, showing no substantial burden that would outweigh the need to preserve the assets for trial. This legal back and forth highlights the complexity of asset forfeiture in criminal cases. KOGGC also argued that the government's actions violated their rights under the First Amendment and the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, RFRA. However, the government countered that the forfeiture laws are neutral and generally applicable, not targeting religion specifically. It pointed out that KOGGC failed to show any concrete injury or substantial burden on religious exercise, as the church continued its activities post-seizure. Government further argued that even if a burden existed, the seizure was the least restrictive means to serve a compelling interest, preventing the dissipation of assets gained through alleged criminal conduct. Ultimately, the government maintained that its actions were justified and necessary to ensure justice and recover proceeds from illegal activities. Case against the Kingdom of God Global Church underscores the government's strong interest in recovering assets linked to criminal activity. By following established legal procedures and upholding constitutional standards, the government seeks to balance religious freedoms with the need to prevent and punish wrongdoing. As the legal process continues, the outcome will set important precedents for how courts handle asset forfeiture, religious claims, and the rights of organizations facing serious criminal allegations. The story of KOGGC is a reminder of the complex intersection between law, faith, and justice in the American legal system.
David Taylor, all residents of 2523 South Miami Boulevard. This is the FBI with a warrant for this location. Everybody in the house needs to come to the front door with their empty hands in the air.